Alright, let's run it. Been promising a few people a chicken video for a while, so let's get to it. Here is the run. Just on the kind of on the side of the house in the backyardish. So this is like just a store-bought fence housing kind of thing, really. It was originally meant for chickens. I was looking at a few before I found this one that were meant for dogs or other animals, but basically the same setup, same design. It's all the same process. So as you can tell, we got some kind of wire that came with it, that came with the zip ties to enclose all of it. So you just wrap that around the outside after building the poles, which are pretty simple to put together. It's mostly these kind of push button setup things. So this is from the fence housing is from a website called Vevor. This was like $180 maybe, 150 bucks, 130 bucks. I'll look and I'll get you the right price, maybe a picture of it. But this was not that expensive. Okay. It really was. It was pretty simple to get. I was able to buy this a week after I bought the coop. So the coop is in there. That is, I don't remember exactly the brand. It's like Avanti or something like that. I know it starts with an A. But to me, this is like the IKEA of chicken coops. Right? 300 bucks. I was able to put this together all myself. There's the nesting boxes. They keep knocking down the roosts, so there's that. This is like a jungle gym back there for them. The water's up there elevated because when I bring it down here, they like to kick a lot of wood chips and stuff into it. I need to get new feeders. These are the old feeders that I had for them originally. I did get a new water jug as they got older, but I just decided to use the 2 feeders I had for the time being. But I fill both of those up, and they usually have enough food to last till the next day. So that's not too big a deal. Now, the chickens. We have 4 of these guys. These girls, my bad. These are the Buff Orpington breed. We've got 4 of them. Our chickens are about a month old so far. Now, back here we have the golden lace Wyandotte. I don't exactly know how to say that, but we've got 3 of them. So we've got 7 in total. Now, one of my favorite things is this guy over here, our cat. They're inside cats, but I do like to take them out, let them get out and have some fun. But he will come up right up here to the fence, and him and the chicks will just sit and stare at each other and smell at each other. It's so funny. Now, obviously here we're doing a bit of the deep bedding. I kind of started it out slowly, just grabbing what I could when I could, a couple bags here and there of the pine. This is usually where I put their feed, so it's pretty barren around here. It gets scraped up and moved around all over the place, so you can just see straight to the dirt. But like over here we've got, you know, a good almost 6 inches, 4 or 6 inches of cover, and it spreads around, but they pile it up where they like it, and I let them do what they want. Sometimes I'll come through and kind of even it out, but it is what it is. Now, here along the outside, this is just a lot of the native plants that were already here. Most of them are gone because the chickens got in here without bedding originally, just to help so they had some green and things like that to eat and mow down a little bit. And then eventually, once they maybe a week or so of them just mowing on that, we got it covered up. But all along the outside here is just the vegetation that was originally here. And so even sometimes I'll pull out some of the stuff from further back there, and they'll go crazy on it. They love it. They eat it up. So it comes with a half tarp, And so originally I had the coop over here right underneath the tarp, just, you know, more weather protection and whatnot. But this is built pretty solid. It even gives you a nice little laminate there to cover the thing. I know it's gross. I gotta deal with that still. And as you can see, they've kind of been back here, even when they were, the coop was back over this way, more in this corner. And so the door came out to right here, and they dished this out. There was a bowl here that they made for really their own little dirt dust bath that they were doing themselves, which was awesome. I do still need to get one of those set up. Hence the fireplace over here. Starting to work on building up some ash and stuff like that. Have a lot of fallen trees and branches and stuff because there's a gully that just goes straight down over there. So trying to clean up all of this stuff here and burn it up, and then that'll also give us enough ash. Then we just need to get some sand and mix that up for a good bath. The girls love it. They enjoy it very much. We had a fun time just sitting out and coloring, chalking up the whole coop. You can even see they got the door. I do need to get a solar door because we have been leaving, and I've been having a hard time dealing with that. It's kind of annoying having to make sure we're here on time to open and close, all that kind of stuff. It comes with the nice little sliding windows. The roof has got a piece that comes and strips over the top of everything. So it's very, very much waterproof. It's got carry handles and wheels over in the front. So, I mean, it's very nice. It's very easy to use. Everything is a pretty easy, simple setup. This coop was $300 maybe. This was $150 maybe. And then you have the price of bedding if you want to continue to buy it. Otherwise, you know, you can do the 6 or 12 inch layer and leave that for a very long time. If you decide you want to keep cleaning up and doing all that other stuff, you have to consider the cost of feed and the cost of bedding. Now, for water, we do just use the regular tap water or my hose water from outside, whatever makes the most sense for me at the time. If their water dish is looking pretty icky, then I'll go ahead and I'll take it inside and wash it out real nice. But if it looks pretty clean still, we'll just fill it up quick. Now, unfortunately, you can tell over here, right where his leash is pulling, that was my mint plant. It was doing great until today. There's another one over here that is completely destroyed. Right there, just absolutely demolished. And then we have one more that's back here on this side that is not doing so well either, unfortunately. I was really excited about these mint plants. I was hoping we would be able to transplant them and eventually they would be able to grow over and kind of take up all this space. I did a lot of work getting rid of a lot of the stuff over there and also feeding it to them, which is awesome because I have these here. They love them. They eat the leaves, they eat the flowers, they eat the stem. They love these plants, and they're everywhere. That's all of those. So I just get to, you know, pull those out and toss them in here and give them a little snack or treat whenever they feel like it. As we eat, as we make food, you know, whatever scraps we have, we do bring out and feed them too. So they get, you know, a good amount of everything. And I also will let them roam free. Okay, we have a very big area here, so it's pretty easy to just let them out. I keep an eye on them, just like letting out my kids, you know. You stay close and keep an eye on them. I like to herd them away from the gully because it goes straight out to a road down there. So it could get a little sketchy, but it's very simple. It's very easy. We haven't had a lot of hard times. You know, you have a little lip here underneath the pole, depending on the ground that you build it on and some other things. Here's another plant. It's not exactly sure what this is, but it does have thorns on it. I don't believe it's a rose bush, but I don't really know what it is, but it's kind of cool. I kind of like it. So this is the only plant that I am allowing to stay here. Everything else is expendable. Now there and over there is some honeysuckle that we got from my wife's mother's husband, so my stepfather-in-law. Yeah. They're not doing too great. There's one stalk over there that's still got the same color, the same life in it that it had when we originally got them, but most of those other plants are dying out. So it's pretty unfortunate, but I don't know, we'll see. Hopefully this one can really get its roots down in there and start setting in and getting itself good. But unfortunately, it looks like most of the plants that I brought over to transplant in are just dying. Now, I went with mint originally because we were having a small fly problem inside the coop. Since I've had the plants there, the fly problem has definitely decreased. It's not as bad as it was. But the problem now is that the plants themselves are starting to die off and they're not really setting in very well. So unfortunately, that's what it is. What's up? What's up, baby? I don't have anything for you right now, sweetheart. I'll bring you some food out later. How about that? Sound good? They are pretty skittish. I hope that's normal, but I don't know. So they are, again, a month old, so hopefully about 3 more months and we can start getting some eggs going and producing. 7 chickens in a 5-person family. So hoping that we'll be able to have them at least cover our breakfast, right? If we can get, 4 to 7 eggs each day, that would be ideal. And then that covers everybody. Now, there's also a lot of these little berries that drop from this tree right here, which is kind of adjacent to the coop. So it's also another source of just, like treats and food that I can give to them. Like, there is a good amount of these things all over the place. And sometimes they'll fall on like the whole leaf and branch and everything. And you'll get a good few of them, but oh wow, we got a lot of them out today. That's nice. And then we can take these and we'll just come on over here. And these girls will go crazy. Yoink. Right on them. And as you can see, we put some lettuce in there from earlier today. Sometimes we'll just give them some of the stuff that we've been eating ourselves. And again, they'll peck at it. They'll eat it all up.
And Dad, one's for you.
I don't want it. Thank you, baby.